Hey there, Heather, hello there. It's Jeff Cutter driving. Welcome you to second round coverage of the Stone Cold Hockey Tournament. This tournament, I did the 11 years that I have of Stone Cold Hockey, and the top 3 teams based on tournaments I did, not in real life, but any like tournaments, would be in a 32 team tournament, ranked from 1 to 32. So this is how the draws were. There were some upsets. There were 5 upsets. So 5 of the top 16 teams, the teams expected to win the first round, actually fell. The 91 Penguins fell to the 2012 Bruins. The 94 Rangers fell to the 91 Blackhawks. The 75 Sabres fell to the 23 Sabres. The 2012 Coyotes fell to the 2022 Rangers. And the 2006 Red Wings defeated the 84 North Stars. Other than that, every other series went to the home team. There were some Game 5s. That's the facts that made things interesting. So, we are now into the last 16. We have the 2022 Avalanche in real life, the Stanley Cup champions, taking on the 2012 Bruins, who were supposed to go back to back with their Stanley Cups, but they fell in the first round to Washington in real life. The 65 Red Wings, who fell in the semifinals in real life, facing the 2023 Stars, who fell, I think, in the first round. The 2023 Bruins, who won 65 games, but it meant nothing, as they lost in the first round to the Panthers in real life. They take on the 06 Red Wings, who were supposed to do well in the Western Conference, but fell flat, losing the first round to the Oil Drops. The 84 Sabres, who fell in the first round in real life, taking on the 68 Habs, who were the Stanley Cup champions, who took care of the expansion Blues easily. The 71 Habs take on the 65 Habs, both of them Stanley Cup champions. 65 was a more memorable year than 71. The 71 team actually were not really favored, because the 71 Bruins were supposed to stop them, and they beat them in the first round, and then went into the Stanley Cup Finals and had to go to Game 7 and beat Blackhawks. The 06 Flames, who were supposed to be hot, but the Flames were cooled off by the Ducks. They take on the 91 Kings, who went to the Conference Division Finals but fell to Edmonton. The 68 Bruins, who were knocked out in the first round of the playoffs, taking on the 2022 New York Rangers, who got to the semifinals in real life, but let a 2-0 series lead slip against Tampa. And the 71 Rangers, who lost in the semifinals in Game 7 to the Blackhawks. They got the 91 Blackhawks, who were supposed to do well, but they fell in the first round to the Minnesota North Stars in real life. If you see any teams ranked from 1 to 11, those were the 11 teams that won their yearly tournaments, won the tournaments. Like the 84 Sabres, for example. They didn't win Stanley Cup in real life, but they won the Stone Cold Hockey type tournament with randomization. There, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them still left. Any team ranked from 12 to 22 were the runners up in those things. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And then any team ranked 23rd or below were third place teams based off of real life standings and all that. And we have 4 of those still left. So, best of 5 as always. So we go Game 1. First game goes to the 2012 Bruins, win 5-2. Big upset. Thomas beats Pavel Francouz. Boston goals by Danny Payet, Nate Horton, Brad Marchand, Milan Lucic, and Brian Rolston. Colorado goals by Andrei Burakovsky and Nate McKinnon. Detroit Dallas, Game 1 sees Dallas with a road win 5-3 as Ottinger beats Crozier. Detroit goals by Gordie Howe, finally getting a goal. Norm Ullman and Floyd Smith. Detroit goals by Dallas goals, by Jamie Benn, Mikko Heiskanen, Ben again, Tyler Seguin, and Jason Robertson. Boston Detroit, Game 1 sees the 2023 Bruins win 4-2 on home ice. Omar Legacy. Detroit goals by Thomas Holmstrom and Brandon Shanahan. Boston goals by Jake DeBrusk, Taylor Hall, Jen Pasternak, and Charlie Coyle. Weird how good, yeah. Buffalo Montreal game 1 sees Buffalo with the shutout. As Barrasso, the high schooler, shuts out Borsley in the Habs. 6 goals. Phil Housley, Shields Hamel, Mike Foligno, Gilles Perreault, still around at that time. Rod Seeley, Kitchener, and Phil Housley with his second of the night. The Battle of Montreal, it was the 71 Habs winning 4-2 as Vachon beats Hodge. The 71 Habs had goals by Frank Mahovlich, Pete Mahovlich, Jean Baliveau, finally scoring, and Andre Richard. The 65 team had Richard and Russell scoring. Uh, 91 Kings upset with an overtime against the 06 Flames. Kippersoff losing to Rudy. Calgary goes by Robin Regier, Damien Lancal, and Tony Amonte. Forgot he played for the 06 team. The Kings, Wayne Gretzky, his second of the playoffs. Then Steve Duchesne scored twice, but in overtime it was Thomas Sundstrom. At 2:23 from Gretzky and Blake. The 68 Bruins won in overtime on home turf against the 22 Rangers. Shesterkin losing the Cheevers. Boston goes by Phil Esposito, Johnny Busick, and Derek Sanderson in regulation. Justin Braun, Ryan Strome, and Capo Caco were their first of the postseasons doing that, but in overtime, thanks to Panarin's penalty, Phil Esposito from Eddie Westfall. And the last game won, the 71 Rangers went 4-1. Vermeulen beats Belfort. The Hawks going to go by JR, Jeremy Roenick, by Count. Ranger goes by Bruce McGregor, Walt Kachuk, Kitchener, Roger Gilbert, and Sean Martel. About time those two guys showed up. Anyway, game 2s sees Dallas now taking a 2-0 series lead and 1 win away as Ottinger beats Crozier. Detroit goes by Eddie Joy and Norm Ullman, but Dallas goes by Rube Hintz, Wyatt Johnson, and then Jason Robertson in overtime from Pavelski. So Dallas looks like they're going to be dangerous, up 2-0. 23 Bruins up 2-0 in their series, 2-1. Olmark beats Osgood. Detroit go Robert Lang from Henrik Sedgwick, but Boston scored Pavel Saka from Patrice Bergeron and Forbert, and then Nick Foligno from Saka and McAvoy. Montreal wins 5-3 over the 84 Sabres as Worsley took down Bob Sauvé, and the Habitants will split the first 2 games. Buffalo goes by Gilles Perreault and Dave Anderchuk. Montreal goes by Cornoyer, Jean Baliveau, J.C. Tremblay, Andre Richard, and Dick Duff. The 71 Habs are now 2 up as Phil Meyer took care of Charlie Hodge 6-2. The 65 Habs, Sean Baliveau and Bobby Russell scoring. Réjean Houle, Leo Rushford, Yvan Cornoyer, Guy Laplante, Peter Mahovlich, and then Cornoyer again for the 71 Habs. They're up 2-0. LA's up 2-0. Another overtime win. Rudy beats Kipper. LA goes by, Calgary goes by Jim Gunla, Tony Amonte, and Damien Lancal, but the Kings got goals by Steve Duchesne, Wayne Gretzky, Bob Kudelski saved them, and then in overtime it was Kudelski's second from Buskas and Ellick. 68 Bruins are now up 2-0. Cheevers beat Georgiev. Rangers, Sabetadjad was the only goal scorer, but Derek Sanderson, Tommy Williams, and Pi McKenzie with 2 goals. 71 Rangers are now up 2-0, 3-2 in overtime. Jackman beats Belfort. Blackhawks goes by Dirk Graham and Steve Larmer. Ranger goes by Sean Martel, Ron Stewart, and in overtime, Roger Bear in overtime after Larmer got in the box for interference from Bobby Nevin. And finally, Colorado wins. They'll split the first 2 games, 4-3. Kemper beats Thomas. I think we only have 2 splits right now. Boston goes by Chris Kelly, Nate Horton, and Chris Kelly again. Colorado goes by Mikko Rantanen, Andre Burakovsky, Nicholas Obey-Kubel, and Andre Burakovsky again. So yeah, we only have 2 series that will go to at least game 4. So anyway, let's go to game 3s. Buffalo, Montreal, and the 68 Habs are now up 2-1. Vachon beats Brasso. Buffalo goes by Real Cluche and Mike Ramsey, part of the American Ice team. Montreal goes by 2 by Andre Richard, Sean Baliveau, and Claude Provo. Put up goals. And Colorado will be up 2-1 in their series. Kemper beats Thomas. Boston goes by David Krejci, Brad Marchand, Benoit Pouliot, and Dan Paille. They were up 4-1 at one point. Colorado had to go in the second period by Nazem Kadri, Kitchener, And then Alex Newhook, Gabe Landeskog, Kitchener, Eric Johnson, Mito Rantanen, and Nate McKinnon. So 5 different Avalanche scored in the third period, and now have the 2-1 lead. Did the 23 Bruins sweep? The answer is yes, they did, 5-2. As Swayman beats Jimmy Howard, Detroit goes by Dan Cleary and Jason Williams. Boston goes by Dmitry Orlov, Darren Forbert, Dave Krejci, Patrice Bergeron, and Jake DeBrusk. So the 23 Bruins are on their way with a sweep, the 9th seed. 71 Habs, did they sweep? No, they didn't. They lost 3-1. Hodge beats Vachon. 71 Habs did score with Sean Belleville, but Claude Rose would prepare for the 65 squad, and Dick Duff put one in. LA, did they sweep? No, they didn't. Calgary got them back in overtime. Kipper beats Buffoon. LA goes by Todd Alec, Mike Donnelly, and Thomas Sandstrom. Calgary goes by Chuck Klubasu, Dion Phaneuf, Tommy Amante, and then in overtime, after McSorley was in the box, Damon Langkow from Stefan Yell and Jerome Vigila. 68 Bruins, did they sweep? The answer is yes, they did. 1-0. Cheevers beats Shishkin. Third period, Tommy Williams on the power play from Pi McKenzie, and the 68 Bruins, who were the number 8 seed, are in the quarterfinals. 71 Rangers win 3-2. They will sweep. Jackman beats Balfour. Actually, that was weird. The 91 Hawks beat another Rangers team, the 94 team, but the 71 Rangers are going to get revenge. Blackhawks, Michel Goulet and Mike McNeil for Chicago. Ranger goals by Dave Bowland and the 2 by Sean Rattel. So the 71 Rangers, the 5 seed, they're in the quarterfinals as kind of expected. And the 23 Dallas Stars win 4-2. They complete the sweep. Ottinger beats Crozier. Detroit goes by Gordie Howe, and Alex DeVecchio was not enough as Wyatt Johnson, Jason Robertson, Ty Dellandrea, and Krivitia scoring for the 23 Stars, who were number 29 coming into this tournament. They've got a bad number, but now they'll. If Colorado wins their series, then they face the 22 Avalanche. Will face the 23 Stars. Otherwise, it's the 71 Rangers, as they are the next best team. Anyway, game 4s. Did the 68 Habs win? The answer is yes, they did. 4-3. Worsley beats Barrasso. So the 68 Habs did their job. Jim Weimer and Mike Foligno for Buffalo, but Montreal goes by Jacques Lemaire, Bobby Russo. 2 by Shearstrom by, Shield by Perot scored a 6. The number 14 seed 68 Habs are moving on. They took second in their little tournament, but they'll move on and take down Buffalo. 71 Habs. There you have a game 5. So 65 Habs win 3-2. So the 71 Habs will have home ice, but Hodge beats Vachon. Montreal goes with Claude Leroux and Yvonne Cornoyer for the 71 squad. The 65 squad, 2 goals by Claude Provo, 1 by John Ferguson. 91 Kings will win on home turf 5-3. They are moving on to the quarterfinals. Bethune beats Kippersoft. Calgary goes by Tony Amonte, Jerome McGilla, and Chuck Kumbasu. LA goes by Luke Robitaille, Rob Blake, Tony Granado, John Tonelli, and Jay Miller. The number 16 seed Kings are in the quarterfinals. Taking out number 10. Okay, one more to go. And Boston has forced a game 5 against the 22 Avalanche. Thomas beats Kemper. Colorado goes by Nate McKinnon and Mikko Rantanen. Boston goes by Brad Marchand, Chris Kelly, and David Krejci. So we have 2 game 5s. The Battle of Montreal and Colorado-Boston. I know this is fast, so we're going to play through both games for you. So first off, let's go to Colorado. The 22 Avalanche against the 2012 Bruins. Kemper in net versus Tim Thomas. Kind of a smart move. The Boston Bruins have Tyler Seguin, Brad Marchand, Milan Lucic, David Krejci, Patrice Bergeron, Chris Kelly, Nathan Horton, Benoit Pouliot, Zdeno Chara, Rich Parverly, Dan Payet, Greg Campbell, Kitchener, Jordan Caron, Andrew Ferentz, Dennis Seidenberg, Johnny Boychuk, Sean Fordham, Joe Corville, Brian Ralston, Adam McQuaid, Greg Sandin, Carter Camper, Zach Campbell, and Torrey Krug. The 22 Avalanche have Mikko Rantanen, Nathan McKinnon, Gabe Landeskog, Kitchener, Nazem Kadri, Kitchener, Cole Makar, Valerie Nikushin, Andre Burakovsky, JT Kumper, Devin Tays, Alex Newhook, Nick Obey Kubel, Eric Johnson, Logan O'Connor, Darren Helm, Arturi Lekkonen, Sam Gerard, Bowen Byron, Josh Manson, Curtis McDermott, Jack Johnson, Kiefer Sherwood, Ryan Murray, Nicholstrom, and Jason McNaugh. Get some feel on me. Alright, here we go. First off, the cushion? No. Boston trying to get back. Marchand? No. 3 minutes later. Chance for Boston. Boychuk. Then much later. Both teams with a hit. Final minutes. Boston delivers a hit. And Boston will get penalized. It will be Sedano Chara for 2 minutes for being so tall. Can Colorado score? Yes, they do. Bowen Byram. They didn't waste the top 5 pick on him after all. Goal scored with Eric Johnson, the assist. Boston must be feeling angry. 6 minutes later. Colorado takes a steal. Eric Johnson. From Burakovsky and Rantanen. And Colorado's up 2-0. They want to face those 23 Dallas Stars. That's who they would face if they win. 3 minutes later. Colorado, the cushion. No. 4 minutes later. Boston takes a skewer. Patrice Bergeron scores a big goal from Lucic and Chara, the second of the playoffs. And a minute later, Colorado trying to bounce back. New hook? No. 2 minutes later. And Colorado will go to the box. It's Curtis McDermott for 2 minutes. Boston a chance to tie. They get it. Power play goal by Rich Peverly brother. Bye bye love. Bye bye happiness. Anyway, Krejci and Lucic with the assist, so Boston's just tied it up. Colorado chance, Landeskog? No. Boston and Colorado 4 goals in that second period. Byram and Johnson for Colorado, Bergeron and Peverly for Boston. 2-2 after 2. The numbers don't lie. And 2 minutes later, penalty on Boston. That's another 2. Sagan for 2. Colorado chance. Burakovsky? No. Chance. Chance steal! Rantanen is 7 from Devin Tays. I don't think he's really the Jonathan Tays. Or is that Jonathan Tays' brother? But anyway, regardless, Colorado's up 3-2. 2 minutes later. Boston with chance. Pouliot? No. 5 minutes later. Colorado trying to ice it. They do! Nathan McKinnon, the man from Cole Harbor from Lekkonen. 4-2 Colorado. It looks good for them. And that will put the icing on the cake. J2 Kumper is 5th from McKinnon and Burakovsky. It's 5-2 Colorado. Boston made it interesting. Colorado gets penalized, but it doesn't freaking matter, as the Avalanche will move on and be the 1 seed for a reason. 5-2 is your final score. Kemper beats Thomas. Colorado goes by Bowen Byram, Eric Johnson, Mikko Rantanen, Nate McKinnon, JT Kumper. Boston goes by Patrice Bergeron and Rick Peverly. They did tie it, but Colorado scored 3 in the third to win. And the 1 seed takes down the 31 seed. So the 1 seed, so it will be the 23 Stars who will take on the 22 Avalanche. I believe that means that this 91 Kings, the 91 Kings next lowest CT in it will face the 71 Rangers in the quarterfinals. The 68 Habs will take on the 68 Bruins, which means whoever wins the Battle of Montreal will face the 23 Bruins because they're next in line. If memory serves me right. I think I'm right. Well, anyway, the Battle of Montreal. Vachon versus Hodge. There you go. I know there's a young Ken Dryden there, but now the 65 and 71 squads will probably have a lot of same people and all that. So you can kind of look and see there are some differences and all that. Off the top of my head, I know that I think Gilles Tremblay, Ted Harris, Red Berenson, Terry Harper, Noah Picard, oh, Harper's there, McCreary, Peters, Watson, Boudreaux are the 65 squad, but not the 71 squad. And I see some guys like Bobby Sheehan, Pierre Bouchard, and Larry Plow, the other side. Anyway, the Battle of Montreal is on. 6 minutes. And the 71 Habs, John Ferguson, he's a policeman. He gets 2 minutes. Will the 65 squad take a chance? Provo? No. Another chance? Yes. This time, Ralph Backstrom. His second of the playoffs from Belleville and the Russo. Now, Ralph Backstrom, big name in Montreal history because he was traded to Los Angeles in 1971, helping Montreal get that #1 draft pick from Oakland to get Guy Lafleur. Just so you know. 3 minutes later. Chance for another goal. Ballon? No. Attack scored! Pete Mavlich. He ain't no big M, but he's the big P for a reason. His 6 from point 2. Gila Point. And it's 1-1. 4 minutes later. A chance for Cornwallis? No. Try to do something. And now hit again, but now it's a slot chance. Score! John Belleville. Jovan Lawn with his third from point 2 and Tremblay. 2-1 Montreal. 31 Habs, that is. Now there's a chance for something to happen. Cornwallis trying to score, but no. So the 71 Habs are up 2-1 on goals by Mahavlich and Belleville. Pete Mahavlich, that is, and Backstrom for the 65 Habs. Second period. 4 minutes into the period. 71 score! Domenico Bill Roberto. He scores from Pete Mahavlich and Guy Lapointe. So point two's got 3 assists in this game. Now Roberto is big because he's the guy who actually had the primary assist on the Jean Belleville's 500th career goal. 5 minutes later. Chance to put it in Cornwallis. 6 minutes later. A chance for Jacques Laperriere? No. The 65 Habs can't do anything. Now they have a chance. And they get it! Davy Ballon. He's had 3 teams. He's been on 3 teams in this tournament. Well, his second from Backstrom and Porovo makes it 3-2. So Ballon. Yeah, he played for the 71 Rangers, if you must know. And they're in the quarterfinals. Last chance of the period. Chance to tie. They get it! Score with 18 seconds. Beep beep. Yvan Cornwallis, his first from Provo and Ballon. And just like that, it's 3-3. Unbelievable. Someone won. Well, who wants to face the 23 Bruins? I wouldn't, but doesn't matter. Does it matter? I don't think so. Anyway, 2 minutes into the third period. Chance for the 65ers. Ballon? No. 4 minutes later. Teams deliver hits. 4 minutes after that. 71 with a chance. Cornwallis. Oh, that Cornwallis missed. 4 minutes later. Chance for Duff? No. 3 minutes later. And no shot by Mahavlich. And guess what? We have overtime. So we have an overtime heroics. And who will be the winner for Game 5? Winner can score, loser out. Three minutes. And the 71 Habs are going to get penalized. Cornwallis is in the box. Can the 65 team produce? They do! Skier! Overtime heroics, John Ferguson, the policeman, his second from Provo and Peters. And somehow, in some way, the 65 Habs come all the way back from 3-1 down and win the game and screw Ken Dryden over. That's what a true Stanley Cup champion does. 71 Habs can't believe it. They had Pete Mahovlich, Beliveau, and Roberto scoring, and then Backstrom, Ballon, Cornway, and Ferguson. John Ferguson is the hero. I love with Cornway. It took 6 seconds in the power play. So, it's going to be interesting. We have Boston versus Montreal twofold. Colorado, Dallas, New York, and LA all have one team in. I believe LA is the only team with one team left that actually started out with one team. Yeah, they did. For this team, the 22 Avalanche, the 71 Rangers, the 68 Bruins, and the 23 Bruins won their Stone Cold Hockey tournaments. So they're from 1 to 11. 65 Habs, 68 Montreal, and 91 Kings were runners-up. They're still in. And then the 23 Dallas Stars are the only team to be third place in a tournament and still be in. They're in the quarterfinals. So let's take a look at the teams. The 22 Avalanche, Darcy Kemper, 5-3 net, Fred Kurz, and Johansson, but they like to keep Kemper there. They've had to go to Game 5s against the 84 Flyers and the 2012 Bruins. So, yeah. Could Dallas force another Game 5? Nathan McKinnon's got 19 points to lead that team. The 71 Rangers, Schultz, Vermeulen, and Jackman combined 6-0. The Rangers swept the 68 North Stars and the 91 Blackhawks, so they haven't had much to worry about. Vermeulen, 163 goals against average. While Kachuk and Sean Rattel with 8 points each, but they've only played 6 games. The 68 Bruins, Gary Cheevers 4-1, Eddie Johnston 1-1, Andre Gill only played 1 game. Should put him in. The 68 Bruins had to go to a 5th and deciding game against the 65 Leafs, but then they swept the 22 Rangers. So Derek Sanderson with 9 points to lead that team. The 23 Bruins team, Ullmark 5-0 with 1 goals against, Swimmer 1-2. I think you know what you have to do. Keep putting Ullmark in net. The 23 Bruins actually had to face the 71 Habs Blackhawks in a winner-take-all, but then they swept the 06 Red Wings, proving that they look good. Pasternak and Bergeron are your points leaders. Next up, the 65 Habs. Charlie Hodge 6-2, Gump Worsley 0-1. So always go with Charlie Hodge. The 65 Habs took care of the 22 Dallas Stars, and then they had that game against the 71 Habs you just saw. Claude Provo and Henri Richard both with 8 points. The 68 Habs, Gump Worsley's 3-2, Rogi's 3-0. You should put Rogi in the net. He's got a 165 goals against average. They've taken care of the 23 Rangers and the 84 Sabres, both in 4 games. Joel Stromberg has 8 points, Sean Beliveau 7. The 91 Kings, Rudy 3-1, Berfune 3-1. Berfune's got the better goals against. Gretzky's got 15 points, including 12 assists, so watch out for him. They've won 2 4-game series. They beat the 94 Wings and the 06 Flames in that category. And the 23 Dallas Stars, Jake Odger 5-2, Wedge Rhodes 1-0, but they actually had to fight against the 75 Sabres and win that Game 5. But then they sweep the 65 Red Wings, so that was huge. Jason Robertson 11 points, Rip Hintz with 9. Let's take a look at the goal scoring leads. Mikko Rantanen, Nathan McKinnon, and Derek Sanderson. And they're all still in with 7 goals. Points-wise, Nathan McKinnon with 19, Rantanen 15, McCarr 15. There's Gretzky. Lions Omark, the best goal around Jerry Cheevers and Jake Oninger. All 3 pretty good goalies themselves. On the board and all that. Highlights, well, some teams didn't even do it. 71 Rangers have yet to lose. They're the only team that has yet to lose. 3 hat tricks, nothing since. Top game, 22 Colorado and 2012 Boston. Well, Boston had that 4-1 lead and lost game number 3. The Avalanche were on to win game 5, but anyway, yeah, gave up 5 goals in the third period. 94 Detroit, 91 Kings in the first round, number 2 game, and then Colorado Philly in round 1 was number 3. Yeah, the lead changes and the comeback. And all that. So that's all we've got for this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Anyway, I'm Jeff, not going to do.